Right, good morning everyone. Back out on the bank today. We are on Tripp Lake. 17 fishing. Drew me peg. Now I'll turn around and show you. This is the same peg I drew in, I think it was October, November time, when I had 400 and God knows what, 92 or something like that, which is 34 on Tripp. Have a look. Those that know it. So there's the entrance as you come in. Little scaffold bar down the margin. At least it's a bit warmer today anyway. Yeah, so 17 on. I asked George the pegging once I drew, and he said that he has put every single pegging in the deep, so 1 to 8 and 26 to 34. So that means I'm the end peg in the match, which surprised me a little bit because I normally put 10, 12, 13, that sort of thing in, but I haven't been fishing very well. Well, they've been fishing alright in that bit. I think they've just been taking some time to come. But obviously, if you've watched my first match on here, I fished maggots shallow. Well, I've got a feeling this peg it could be good for some carp. I drew it in November a couple of years ago. I know it was a couple of years ago. And I just tapped some hard pellets in at 13 metres on a couple of lines. I think I ended up with £190. So yeah, it could be good for some carp. That's going to be my start employ. Obviously I'm going to still feed some maggots shallow somewhere. I've got to, just in case. It does drop off real quick short on here as well, so that can be good for throwing some maggots in. I think you've got like 6 foot top 2 and 2. But yeah, we're having all, I'll spin you around. We're having all, so obviously normally like that's 10 there, and that's 12 there, and then 13, etc. We're having all that space that way. I'm going to definitely like plumb a line up over there. Just tap some pellets in. I think if I'm going to catch some carp, I think I'm probably going to catch them, catch them to me right. So, happy with that. We'll get some gear out. I don't need to put that many clothes on, but yeah, we'll get some gear out and then we'll catch up with you when I've got some stuff out. Right, we're all set up and ready to go, he says. 12 minutes. Nets are in. Got Christian Jones on 8, Bennett on 4, got Paul next to me. So yeah, I think they're both filming, funny enough, as well. So a bit more professional outfit than me. There's probably 5 or 6 cameras each, but you know, one man band. But we'll right, so we'll go to rigs. So my plan is, because it's a bit shallower, I've plumbed up at 13 and I've got just over 6 foot. It's a lot harder bottom as well. It's notorious in the middle bit for spin siltier. So from last time, I'm going to focus on trying to catch some carp early on. I've got loads of maggots. I've got 6 pints of maggots with me anyway. So I've got a bit of space to my left if I need to feed some maggots to catch shallow, like we did before. But I think for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go out straight in front of me and just tap some pellets in. Turn around and show you what I mean. So over there, got like 6.5, 7 foot, and then same again, just in line with the edge of that platform, I've got about 6 foot. To be fair, it's the same short as well, short in there, 6 footish. So I'm going to throw some maggots short early. Not many to start with, but I might ramp it up later on. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there at 13 and just tap like 10 6 mils in and see if that works. It might not work, it might be wrong, but I say I've got loads of maggots and I think I can, if I use that line, if it doesn't work, I can always have my pellet line a bit further to one side. But anyway, we'll just go on to rigs. So rig wise, we've got a 12 to 14 hybrid with a little tiny pot on, 2 number 8 back shot, to a, this is from my right hand line. I've got a 0.5 carbon slim from Mike Nolan. I've gone heavier slightly to my right just because I think if the wind catches it, it could be a bit awkward. And just shotting wise, look there. So I've just got like, they're number 9s, just got them, and then obviously like reverse tapered all the way out. And that's got a 16 kkm to 013 This is basically exactly the same, 16 kkm. I've gone for 10 to 14 hollow. That rig is shotted exactly the same, if you can see that. But that's just a 0.4. I have got, you can see them, I have got them 4, so there's 4 shallow kits, F1 kits. They've got different rigs set up. I've got a 0.25 finesse slim, a 0.2, a 4x10, and then I've got like a semi-shallow float. I don't think I'm going to be picking them up. But I think I'm just going to like focus on them early carp. This can be one of them pegs where like the carp can just be sat here. And obviously if they're like £3 or £4, I don't particularly need as many, because like the F1's average brown goldfish, whatever you want to call them, are like, what's like 6 to 10 ounce. You can catch them obviously quick enough to do a weight. But yeah, I've been on this before this time of year, and it's just like, all you can catch is carp even on maggots, so I've gone down that route. We'll see how it goes. Bait wise, I've got about 6 pints of red maggots, some corn, maybe for that right hand line. I've got some 8mm pellets, sounds daft, but you do catch on 8mm. But my main, I don't want to unzip them just yet really, but so I've just got a bag of fishery 6s, which I'm going to get the lid open. Bag of fishery 6s there, and I've just put a little bit of oil on them. So, and that's it. That's the lot. Nice and simple really. I just don't want to go feeding loads of bait, just like a little tippy tappy to start with, and then we'll see how we go. So we'll catch you when we're fishing. Right, away we go. So literally what I'm going to do, I've just got some pellets in the pot. I'm just going to ship out to there. What I'm going to do to start with, I'm just going to see if I can, what the distance is. That's enough distance to throw some maggots in, so I don't mind throwing some maggots in there. But everyone usually starts short on it, but because of how the profile of the peg, what I'm going to do is I've just gone to 13, like I said, tapped 8 6mm in, and then we'll start from there. Hopefully we get a quick bite. So I think a lot of people, like Chris opposite me, is going to try fish maggots shallow, because you know they're far better than me at it. So this peg's probably suited to me more than the others, just because of I've got a bit of an idea how it is. So I've got some maggots if I need to swap later on, but I'm hoping, just hoping I can pick off an odd better fish earlier on while everyone starts short. But well, I could be wrong, I could get this massively wrong and then have to start feeding some maggots an hour in or something, but I'm going to give it a good half an hour, maybe even a bit longer to be fair, just see how long it starts taking me to get any indications. I'd be hoping to catch an odd F1 on this as well, so but yeah, we'll have a steady start. I think I'm just not going to feed loads. Last time I did this, they literally wanted 5 or 6 pellets. I tried loose feeding it last time, just pinging an old pellet, and it was rubbish. But yeah, just tap some pellets in nice and steady and see how we go. Right, so 35 minutes in. Had a couple of indications on that line straight in front of me. Like liners and stuff like that. I had one little dink, which I'm going to say is bite. I don't think there's much been caught, to be fair. I think Christian's just had his first F1 or something across. Yeah, it'll be slow start anyway. It's always going to be. There's rain and everything as well. I've just been throwing these maggots in short for the first half an hour, and then I've just dropped on it the first drop now, so get an indication straight away. So I can always convert that long pellet line into maggots if I need to, but I'm only looking at like 15 bites or something is all I think I'd need from carp, 40-50 pounds maybe. So I can always start spraying maggots and fish up and down in the water on that line if it doesn't produce anything. So I've got another swim to me right anyway, so that's not too much of an issue if I have to do that. So yeah, 35 minutes in. There's enough little fish coming out here and there, but nothing major. Skin bubble. Fish. I say it's quite a good peg for short, this, because it's so deep. Well, not so deep, but it's deeper, quicker, so you don't have to go as far out, which is good. Makes it a bit faster. Yeah, not feeding loads, just pinch 15-20 maggots in like that. Usually just catch some fish on this for a bit while. I just put a bigger toss pot on and put like 30 pellets on both my pellet lines as well, just to let them settle for a bit, and if there's any fish there, just get them to settle on them lines. But so it could be a case of just rotating between having a look on pellets and catching on maggots short, maybe, or something. Depends on the stamp of these fish short, if I can catch them fast enough. Shallow's normally better, but yeah, that's the first fish anyway. Yeah, we'll keep going. Like I said, I think it's going to be steady anyway. I think we're looking at 40-50 pound with this amount of pressure, maybe. So maybe even that last hour, if I can catch like 5 or 6 carp or something, and just tick over 20-30 pound the rest of the day. It should be not be far off, I don't think. Right, so we're at the hour mark. I had a skimmer and F1 and a roach on maggot short. Just gone back out on this long pellet line, and I've just had 2 like brown goldfishy things pretty quick, to be fair. Not obviously the desired species, one carp more than anything. But it's positive. I'd rather have some fish in my peg, it might draw them carp in. It's only an hour in, so it's steady, no one's running away with it at the minute. It's good. I'm just getting a few more indication and bites now on this line. I feel like if I can keep fish coming, the carp will come eventually. I'm not getting like bitted out like 8-ounce fish when I get one, so they're not small. Obviously you can catch them quicker on maggot shallow, but I just feel like you might not catch the carp. But yeah, it's just steady away as always. Just if I catch a carp, I'd be a bit happier, just because I think then I've got more chance of catching them throughout the day. But it's just steady for now. Good old English weather, getting wet. But so I'd almost not want to get an indication when there's a carp there. Like before I was putting my pellets in, laying my rig out, and it was just as soon as my pellet had reached the bottom, you'd get an indication. A bit geared up, a bit heavy for them small brown goldfish and that. So it's patient, steady away. But if I can keep catching these and then chuck an odd carp in with them, I'll be happy. So they're not tiny, but that one's probably the smallest one I've had, to be fair. Little goldfish F1 jobby, probably like 4 ounce, something like that. I don't know whether something like corn would be better, maybe. I could soon change my rig, put a piece of corn on or whatever, but stay as it is for now. Right, so we're an hour and 40 in. It's slow. I did debate changing this line to maggots, but I don't know. Christian across from me tried maggot shallow for 20 minutes. I didn't see him catch a stamp fish. So instead, what I decided to do is actually ping some bait over the top rather than tapping. Just see if I can make something happen almost. I just feel like a bit of noise might draw some fish instead of just tapping. I've changed me right line into the space. I've just tapped in about 30 pieces of corn onto that. I haven't had an indication on that line. I just feel like pellets might not be right, as I'm getting a nut bite out there, which is good, but I feel like just do something a bit different down to that right. I'm just going to tap some corn in on that line, hopefully just try it every 20 minutes or something, but if I can keep catching these on this line and then keep feeding, the more I feed, the better it seems to get, so keep going for as we are for now. I think, I don't know if maggots is right, it seems to be picking up a lot of small fish from what I've seen. I just think with pellets you've always got that chance of a carp, so I'm just going to stick doing this for 45 minutes. I've got loads of time still, I've got about 2 hours, just over 3 hours to go, so I'm just going to keep doing this and see if I can draw some carp in from somewhere. It might not work, but you never know. It might work, it might not. But I don't think there's any harm in trying. So if I give it half an hour now, I've still got 2.5 hours to swap it to maggots if I want. So just steady away, I don't want to push it too much, just 4 or 5 pellets, but yeah, it's seemingly difficult, but there's 17 of us on, not crammed in, but all in this bowl, so hopefully there might be some to me right and come round towards the end or something, but as we are for now, we'll just keep doing what we're doing, picking off odd fish. Just under 2 hours to go, and it's not very good. Try maggot shower, maggots on the deck long, over where I started on pellets. It's been poor, I don't think I've had a bite even at like 4 foot deep. Sure, you can get an odd bite short on maggots, but the stamp's too small. Just seems like, I thought there'd be a few carp here, but I think I've caught quite a few to my left in the middle bit, like 20, what was I saying, 29, 30, that area. I've changed my approach now, so I've gone one-minded. Stop feeding maggots anywhere but short. What I'm doing now is I'm just pinging 8 mils, 14 and a half to my left. But I just can't get, just the depth. I've only got 6.5 foot. Whereas usually in that middle bit you've got like 9, 10. Just don't feel like they want to be at this end. Chris has caught one-ish across, but I wouldn't say he's got anywhere near what they've got in the middle bit. He's been fishing maggot shallow, and I think he's only had 5 or 6 F1s maybe, so just shows you maybe in theory, the amount of room in that. It's could have been a good peg, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not deep enough. Like I went to my left, put a section on, I've got like 4 inch more. Usually in that middle bit you fish like as deep as I've got here, off the bottom and catch carp. I think that's what Neil Vess is doing on 29, I think he's on. He's fishing like the same depth I've got on the bottom, shallow, or deep shallow. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit on this, keep chucking loads of maggots short. I'm a long way behind now, so I'd really do a catch on some carp. That's my only hope, I think, of catching up. I've got getting a fair few indications on this line, but it's just, I don't think the carp still. I think they're still small fish. But I'm just pinging 5 or 6, well, not even that, 3 or 4 8 mils, and just keep laying me rigging. But yeah, it's disappointing, but I don't think I'm the only one that's struggling. Down at this end, that bottom end definitely seems better, or towards the middle, should I say. They normally run to this peg, but I don't know. I think them carp moved, or have moved over winter. Maybe I think last time I fished this peg it was a bit warmer, so maybe I was hoping for a bit much, but to not really catch anything at all on maggots is a bit. I'm not getting any of the small, like hand size F1s, goldfish or anything like that. Brown goldfish, cruisers, I'm not getting anything really. I had a couple of gudgeon and that was about it. To catch up now, I just have to sit on this and hopefully get an arrival at some point. But you can even see down where people have been feeding along that the bottom's fizzing and like there's fish there, but I'm just not getting anything like that where I am. But I don't know. I know I've gone a bit gung-ho towards carp, but I feel like if I was in the middle and did something similar to what I did earlier, like just tap in or fishing like 6 foot deep, I think I'd have caught, but I just feel like a lack of depth is doing me on this one, but I don't know. The fact I can't catch on maggots is worrying really, but right. No idea what's long. I'll look at us up. How long's left? Hour and a half to go. Hour and a half to go. Getting more and more indications on this pellet line. I've had a couple of little scratty F1s on it. I think I bumped a carp as well. Yeah, so it's just funny. Christian's not caught on maggot shallow, and if anyone was going to do, I'd say it'll be him. So still catching an odd bit of stampfish to our left, but I'm literally just hoping at some point that this, even if it's like, I only need like 10 fish. 10 fish and I'd be like, if they're all carp, and then that's like 30-40 pound, and I don't think you'd win with that. I think they've got a hell of a lot more down there, but I just feel like I've set myself up the best I can for like a run of big fish late on. I have known it in here at this time of year though, where they just decide to feed, and I'm feeding not aggressive really, I'm just flicking 3 or 4 pellets every couple of minutes, but it's just one of those, I just feel like I need to just sit on this and wait, and then hopefully start getting some carp, but it's the only thing I can do at the minute to try and claw my way back, I think. I think even Andy on 4 stopped catching as well as he was. But yeah, it's a strange one. We're going to plug away, sit on this for a bit, I think, and well, I've been sat on it for a bit to be fair, but just fingers crossed we get an arrival of some description, whether we do or not. But so I'm giving me Sen the best chance of getting one by putting plenty of feed in and being patient and just keep flicking the rig out and laying it in. I've strung the shot out, so it's just fully strung out now all the way down the rig, so if there is any fish off the bottom I will intercept them on the way down hopefully, but yeah, I don't think fishing maggots will do me any good now. I needed to be catching steady all day, whereas I've just not had really caught on it. Christian hasn't opposite either, so I can't say that was the right thing to do because he's not had like £50 and I've got, relatively nothing, so we'll just have to keep being patient and see what comes or not. Greedy little bugger, look. Big 8mm out of his mouth. Right, we've got about 50 minutes left. Yeah, I haven't had anything on that long line yet. Just thought I'd drop short, been feeding it all day. I've had 6 F1s and as many chucks. One decent one as well, about a couple of £2. And now they've sort of gone again. If I could catch them stamp as fast as I was doing, I'd soon put £15 in the net. I'd probably say that's about what I've got. Maybe, I don't even think I might not even have that. So, yeah, I've got 50 minutes left. I'm going to try that long pellet line again. Just thought I'd rest it, but I'm not even seeing any bubbles or anything to make me feel like there's fish there. I was getting a lot of indications from smaller fish. I did have a couple more little goldfish, brown goldfish, whatever you want to call them, but yeah, this line was like, oh, I thought this was going to come good, even if it was for £20 in the last 50 minutes or something, because it was just flicking your rig out, settling and going under straight away, but it just seemed to die pretty quickly. I say I'm miles off the pace, really far off. I was like, I need a good 10 carp, I think, to even maybe catch up if they're all decent stamp, but we'll give us another 5 minutes, I think, and then if it's another 5 minutes, we'll go back out long. Just in the hope that there could be another carp. I mean, it's a perfect day now. Flat carp, a little bit of sun, but that rain's pushed them out of the way into the middle, into the deepest bit of water, I don't know. But we had a lot of rain on now Tuesday, Sunday, didn't we? So even though it feels warm, I think that rain's maybe killed it. There's an odd person caught steady all day, like Bennett on 4 and Vesey opposite him caught steady, but even for them it's been like good run, then not really catch anything. Yeah, we'll keep going. I'll probably update end at match, whether I'll weigh in or not will be decided, but we'll keep trying. Good instance. Wow. Right, so that's over and done with. Right, look, my hands look like I've been in the bath all day. It's getting cold, and that was unfortunately very, very, very difficult. £100 has won from peg 29. Andy Bennett was second on peg 4, dead opposite him, with 57. I think there was a 37, a 33, a 32. I've had 22, I think. It's just been hard. I've set my stall out to try and catch them carp on bigger, not bigger baits as such, but harder pellets. It's just, I needed like 10 bites, £4 each, £40, but I've not even seen a carp. I tried this and that, just a bit of humble pie really. I went with a plan, it didn't work. I tried swapping it, but I think it was too late, and I think what I did swap to was maybe wrong. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's still cold, and they're obviously all shoaled up. I think Neil's fished 6 foot deepish, maybe on hard pellets, soft pellets, not sure. I know Andy's caught a lot of fish on maggot shallow. But say Christian's been opposite me, and if I was going to put any money on someone catching on maggot shallow, it would have been him, and he's had £33. I could have had that easily, but obviously I've sat for carp for 3.5 hours, 3 hours maybe, 3 hours I'd say, and then for an hour and a half I've actually caught pretty well, short on maggots. But yeah, it's one of those, unfortunately. Nevertheless, we will keep on going. I don't know where I'm going to go next. I hope it warms up. It won't be till next week. But yeah, we will get out as soon as we can and try and film something else for you. There might not be loads of footage in this one, but it's every opportunity to get out and film something, I will do. So hope you enjoy it. We'll catch you guys next time.